And so then, because you're a jerk, you decided to add in some more ships that you want me to look at,
Of
which
course, of course.
are up here, the Penumbra on the left, and which one is on the right?
This one is, yeah, the mass driver. We're just gonna
Oh,
go with the
okay,
mass
all right.
driver.
We'll start with the Penumbra, and then you can tell us, regale us with your tales of the mass driver, which I just heard, but would love to hear again. So nice simple engines on
Hold
the
on, let me
Penumbra
just
that I like. Looks
throw
like
people.
somebody doesn't have some wedges on his engine cowling.
Yeah. Well, long story short, I was going for drawn outlines in this thing.
Okay.
I'm also gonna. There's still lots of wedges to do. This is work in progress version
Oh,
38.
okay. Yeah, because you're
Yeah, the
Dalmont.
interior's not even remotely close to done yet on this
Okay.
one. But yeah, this, if you actually check out the StarMade forum, see the thread called Ultimate Interior List. I made a post there with like 40 to 50 different rooms that I had planned, and those are actually all going to be going into this ship in particular.
So I may steal
also,
that list for my Lionheart.
oh, absolutely, man.
Okay.
Also, this also has the best bridge I think I've ever made.
Oh, really?
I absolutely adore the bridge. Really gonna be logicking this thing heavily. Right now it's got a bridge, computer room, escape pod with escape pod bays,
Mobius chair.
Mobius chair in said bridge, of course.
Yeah.
We've got fighter control, speeder, hangars, speeders inside of them, like actual ground speeders.
Yeah.
Hospital's
sphere
done
planetoid
with
thing.
like a, yep, hospital's done with like a triage room as well. It's got a simulator room, which actually has a scale model of the ship dumped
I
inside the
remember
ship.
that. Yeah, okay.
Yep, the Arboretum,
checking that out.
2 holodecks, and
I mean, this thing's come a long ways from the last time I saw it. I totally forgot about the ship.
yeah,
Yep,
it's come a good ways.
Yeah.
Definitely not all there yet, but yeah, the shell is mostly done. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have interesting nexus points, and I'm definitely gonna be doing gravity elevators in this one as well. But yeah, just a few highlight rooms. Security, internal security room. So basically, this entire thing is gonna be networked with the laser defense grid. On top of that, it's gonna have fully logical fighter controls for docking, undocking. So you're actually gonna have people up there to undock you, make mission modules and things like that work to actually allow the fighters to come in and out. Civilian docking, kind of like a mall. I'm going to put a mall in it.
Nice.
Swimming pool. And that's all going to be accessible from the civilian section of the ship. So that's going to be kind of in the rear cowling, so to speak. That being said, this is going to be more of a roleplay ship. There will be 2 ridiculously massive cannons in it that'll make you cry, but and of course some substantial turret defenses. But in general, I intend to fill this thing up with like just interior coming out the wazoo.
Yeah, very nice.
So we can fly it around and pretend to be awesome in it. You know.
Pretend.
Oh,
Dude, we don't have to
the
pretend.
actual thought that was thunk while thinking about this ship, like originally, like I want to build blah, was I want a ship that people actually want to go out of their way to go inside of, because right now everybody wants to build their own ship. It's like, yeah, this is my freedom. This is what it would look like in my head if everything were in my space.
Yeah, and that's something
And,
I've always wanted to see would be, a ship that will actually inspire people to want to be part of a crew as opposed to get a ship and fly around with it and just be by yourself. But actually have people who want to join that ship.
That's kind of what I'm going for. This is going to be, like I said, completely networked with logic, and it's going to have enough features and things to do that you're actually going to have to man the ship. Another interesting feature, spoilers, I have an idea for a rudimentary sensor grid.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this thing is actually going to have core and astronaut detection within a certain radius around the ship. More on that to come.
Very cool.
You're actually going to be able to visibly see it pop out on a display.
Next thing you say is that there are sensor-activated laser defenses in the hallways.
Oh, there are. That's already working. But
I believe that.
Yeah, but on top of that, the big thing that I'm actually going to be adding to the hallways and stuff. Of course, all the doors are going to be opening, closing, all that good stuff. But security lockdown, so all the doors are going to close at once. The security grids are going to activate, and that's going to have to be controlled from the central security room. On top of that, the only override is going to be actually on the bridge. So
nice.
Kind of a little bit of strange and interesting meta for you there as
Yeah,
far as how this is going to all
logic
be going
going on.
together. Yep. Maybe not in a shipwide red alert mode, just because like other things need to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've managed to catch the room or not, but I think it's got my favorite conference room in it. I made this before they added the crap.
I think I saw it.
To the hanging lights. I like the fact that they light up, but I would like them to have an option.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because
right now
Panty has to just rotate them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't turn off; they just rotate. It's like, what the heck?
They turn off when you rotate them.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. So you set them in a position and then rotate them to be where you want them to be.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then that'll turn them off for you, which is fine, but a pain in the butt.
Agreed.
Makes my conference room very yellow, which is unfortunate, but hey, could be worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is pretty much going to be like fully equipped. We're talking training rooms, so people can actually learn to operate the ship systems. With, like I said, with a fully functioning model of the ship inside, all that good stuff. But more to come on this one as things develop. A little bit of a halt in progress as other things took priority.
No, I think. Excuse me. One of the only things that I think would really secure the ability to have specific crews for ships would be if Schema or the dev team in general could find a way to track a player's location based like per ship. Because I mean, obviously it tracks it now where you are in the universe, but like if you are on a ship and then you log off and the ship is moved, then even if you're part of that crew, then all of a sudden it's gone. And so you're just floating in space. I think it would be really cool if he could implement some system, like maybe if it was with the grapple, or I don't know, something. Maybe I don't know. It'd be hard. Maybe in a separate block or something like that. Excuse me, I need some water. And but like find some way so that way you can actually stay on a ship even if you log out and it moves. Then you would log back in the same position in the ship. I think it would be really cool to be able to do.
Oh, definitely. And I think that may actually be something we can get to look forward to in the future, because obviously we can bind crew to it. Mm-hmm. So it seems like binding other entities is definitely not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, obviously the sector unloads. I mean, if there's nobody in it. So I assume that there's probably some leeway inside the programming that could make that happen, but as of yet, we're not really sure. Should be interesting, though, to definitely find out, because I love to run some hardcore meta inside of the ship.
That would be great.
You don't even know.
I think I have a general idea, because I've been looking forward to, like, that's why I got the Legacy, was because I wanted crews. And so it's been a long time since I've been like, we need crews in the game, like where you can actually, multiple people on one ship.
Just imagine how busy this thing would be if you had. This is going to take about 10 people to run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to take about 10 people to run properly, and you can have people actively doing stuff. I intend to actually make. I'm working with I think is it Prime or Plus9. I can't remember who's the logical guy. Plus9. Okay, I'm going to be working with Plus9 on making fully functioning holodecks with different buttons that produce different environments. And then on top of that, there's also going to be some interesting stuff. I intend to make it like a playable game.
Nice.
An objective, so a 2-player game inside the ship.
Well,
in the civilian area.
You could always pull an Ender's Game and then just have like a little like PvP arena inside of it.
That's already planned.
Okay.
And along with a shooting gallery. But nice. This is basically going to be like a pachinko style press button, logic runs through. If then result is blah, then you receive blah. So if you do it basically like a door could open with that maybe previously didn't have a permission block on it, you can pop through the door, or the laser grid turns off, and you can access a chest that otherwise you couldn't access and pick up like an item. So there's actually a physical available reward for the game. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's in a combat ship, so just wait until I make the cruise liner next week.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been the Penumbra, which wasn't really so much a review as just a meta explosion. We'll go with that. So thank you for
meta explosion.
And we'll go ahead and move on to the mass driver, which is going to be meta cataclysm. A meta amalgamation. There we go. How about that?
Metamorphosis.
Meta amalgamation. Which, all right. So this is basically a mass driver, which it drives mass. So you can go ahead and zap somebody and kind of show that off. Like, and there it goes.
I'm up to my people.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I don't believe he's flying at all. That's all from the mass driver.
Yeah, that's okay. So long story short about the mass driver, we jacked the server speed up to 30,000 and launched a small shuttle, and it hit 30,000 in the first click. Which is amazing. It would
see another work in progress.
Tell you what, here's a better idea.
Shoot the Penumbra.
See the Penumbra, right?
Oh yeah.
That's
okay.
obviously a
Yes, this
very
huge
large,
ship.
massive
Yep.
ship, and obviously, once things start working and stop
Let me get a lock
lagging,
on the core.
I was like, oh, I see
Stop
shifting
lagging.
going on. Yeah, it's a lot of lag shifting, but it's alright.
Wow, this is awkward.
Yeah.
Alright,
so
I have a lock
this
on the
mass
core.
driver.
yeah. Long story short, I have the darndest. Actually, we're on a server. Sorry, we're in a sector boundary.
Oh, okay.
It's like directly behind me.
I do have to
Yep.
say though, I love the like the little, I don't know, gray ridges that you've got that go along the top with the
Those are
red
actually
crystal
Skylar
within
Blues.
it. Oh well, it's
Shit,
it's still a great
Zephyr.
design. Just because
Yeah,
it's not
they,
yours doesn't mean it's not good.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Dalmont.
He actually managed to come and help me out with this. I had just finished the shelling, and he started to do some detail on the front section there, so that's pretty much all him.
Cool.
All the black hull and the little windowy bits and stuff, that's all made, but as far as that forward section, yeah. So it was nice to have some help.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
being
you know, because
said,
no one
also-
would ever offer you help, Dalmont, ever. Jeez, like any of your friends on the server.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is definitely one of my favorite shells.
Yeah, I really like it.
It was gonna be a gun.
I almost feel like I would like to see at least like 2 more larger engines in the back. Like you get your framework for your engines there. Maybe instead of like the ones in the middle, or like, I don't know. It'd be nice to see some that are like an in between the large and then the really small ones.
I feel like it could be wider.
Yeah, I agree. At least like
I don't
that back little section.
I'm going to be interested to see where this goes.
Mhm.
Definitely has a lot more work to be done on it, and this one's probably going to be finished after the Penumbra. There's actually plenty of room for interior in this thing, but all the systems, barring some engines, are completely done, which is super awesome. And obviously, I definitely want to check out Raven's channels, #shameless plug, if you want to see this thing in action, because
Do it.
believe me, it's worth it to see this thing in
And
action.
I will link to that video down below.
Also, he's stealing my design elements now.
Oh snap! Actually, I
It's
remember the
true.
first time we
I'm
ever.
gonna have to prove it.
I really
I'm
do.
gonna have to prove it.
Yeah, because now that Dalmont's using them, it's you're stealing them.
Yeah.
God damn it!
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end that here because this has been a long Dalmont episode where he makes us
Absolutely.
cry. We'll work on the title, but we'll think of something. Anyway, thank you, Dalmont, for showing off your incredible builds. As always, with all seriousness, you are probably one of the top builders in StarMade, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, what do I know? So I always love seeing your new stuff. Whether it's like a 5-minute build that looks like a 2-month, or whether it's like a week build where it looks like a year. Either one, always good stuff.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you having me as always, mate. And we'll have more stuff for you next time. I'll make sure to finish off that fighter and throw it at you.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been the end of the Dalmont episode, and I believe there's going to be a short little tidbit over here with Raven, and then my server and entire computer is going to be full of nothing but freaking ships. So we're going to go ahead and move on to that. But thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of stuff, be sure to subscribe so you can see more like it, and be sure to check out the about section, or more details, whatever the heck it's called. I forget. It's because there's going to be links to all kinds of stuff, mods. There's going to be Raven's description. Yes, words that I forget, and all kinds of goodies down there. So feel free to check that
There's
out.
going to be links that make you think that I actually have download links available for all these fancy ships, and then I don't, and you cry.
Yeah, I'll disappoint him like that. I'll be that guy. I'll disappoint him. But anyway, thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will catch you guys next time.